Hmm. Hmm. I did a video called Hair Loss. Are you emotionally attached to your hair? I'm very proud of that video that I made. And I got a comment from our good friend Nathan. Nathan, I think, has left a few comments. I've made a few videos in response to Nathan. I like Nathan. I like all of you. And just because I disagree with you or you disagree with me, that doesn't mean that we're not cool. This is a discussion. This is an online, discussion about these things. We're not arguing. We're just discussing. We're learning from each other's perspectives. So that's what this is. So Nathan had this to say, quote, and he's quoting me in the beginning. He's quoting what I said, which was, as long as you're emotionally attached to your hair, you will fail. That's what I said in the video yesterday. I stand by it 100%. I believe as long as you're emotionally attached to your hair, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. I'm leaving it vague for a reason, because I think you're not ever going to have the confidence that you need as long as there's an emotional attachment to your hair. You're always going to be a slave to your hair. And it's going to hold you back to some degree in life if you remain emotionally attached. My whole channel fundamentally is about you overcoming that emotional attachment and cutting those strings like the master of the puppets, cutting those strings so that you're the master, not your hair, and not being emotionally affected. I mean, that I feel so strongly about that. In fact, without that belief system, what good is my channel? My channel is fundamentally based on this. Okay, so I said, as long as you're emotionally attached to your hair, you will fail. Okay, so then Nathan said, couldn't be any further from the truth. Not everyone wants to be bald. So as long as they have a plan to keep their hair, then they are not bound to fail. End quote. All right, so here's my response again. Nothing but respect. Not here to say anybody's wrong or right, but going back to the fundamental basis of what this channel is about. He says, not everyone wants to be bald, so as long as they have a plan to keep their hair, then they're bound not to fail, which is something I've said it before in videos. I've said the most important thing to do when you realize you are starting to lose your hair is to have a plan. Do you want to shave it off, buzz it off? Do you want to try to take some, Propecia? Do you want to try a hair transplant? Whatever you want to do, it's important to have a plan. But I also have to say, in addition to you having a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you'll just freak out. While it's important to have a plan, I would also say that none of those things ultimately are going to 100% permanently save your hair. So ultimately, here's what I'm promoting. Here's what I'm saying, without me being a hypocrite and people saying that I'm saying two different things. Let's say you go the hair transplant route, and that's what you do, and you're happy about it. Okay? But eventually, what happens when that hair transplant fails you, or you have to keep going? Still, you're putting emotional stock in that. And to me, that's simply masking the problem, which is fine. But ultimately, if your world falls apart when your hair falls out, that's going to be an issue. And I think I can see the difference. You want a plan, but then you also fundamentally in your heart need to be able to not be emotionally attached to your hair. Because I don't think anyone really truly wants to go bald. But I mean, because obviously if I had the choice, maybe I'd be a couple inches taller too, right? And not lose my hair. But I still definitely believe you got to have a plan for your hair loss, but you also, whether it's the long run, whether it's 20 years from now, or whether it's 5 years from now, or 2 years from now, you have to be willing to emotionally separate yourself from your hair. I truly believe that has become the foundation of this channel. So, you can slow things down. You can put on the brakes. I've been doing the rosemary oil just as an experiment on this channel, but I'm so looking forward to stopping that. I think I need to hold in until Christmas so I can say I did it a year. But I'm so emotionally detached from my hair that even if it actually is retaining my hair, I just don't care, because emotionally I'm done and I've been done. And I just like talking about this to help other people get to where I am, because where I am, don't you admit, hey, I gotta say this before I go. Don't you admit, if you could be like me and be emotionally detached from your hair, whether you had hair or not, you'd be better off. That's what this channel is all about.